Okay, to get started here, let's go ahead and unbox this Kenwood. First things first here. Here's the factory Kenwood harness. What this does is we're going to wire it directly by matching colors up to the adapter harness for your specific vehicle, and in this case that 4Runner. Typically the park brake bypass wire. Microphone. This is a trim piece. Warranty information and manual. The unit itself. All right. Let's get a little closer. Okay, well, now with this unit, notice that it actually does come with a sleeve, one of these metal sleeves. This allows you, in the event that you have a dash opening that's 4 inches tall and don't have a factory adapter bracket, kind of like this, what you do is use this kind of like a singled in and bend these tabs out according to where they fit in the factory dash opening, leaving just this bracket. And then secondly, then the stereo just kind of slides right into this bracket that's permanently fixed within the vehicle, locking the stereo in without the need of the adapter bracket. Now keep in mind, actually, the majority of stereos I've seen typically don't come with these, or you have to buy them separately. So it's lucky that this one came with it. However, in our application here with the 4Runner, we won't need this, so this will just be stored for maybe another install down the road. Alright, now if we look at this a little bit closer, I'm not going to take this plastic off, only because I'm not ready to. Might as well keep it as clean as possible before we actually put it in the vehicle, just for protection here. But basically on the front it has, if you can kind of see it in the picture here, has the menu power button, rear camera button, voice button, typically for Bluetooth, and then it has audio adjustments, the volume knob, and that's about it. Eject here for CDs, the CD opening. This unit does have Bluetooth and XM input. Now looking here, that green wire that we had before actually is the park brake wire. Basically you'll ground that to your parking brake, just so legally when the parking brake's on you can watch a video within the vehicle. A lot of people do bypass this. Typically in Kenwoods, all you have to do is ground this to anything and it'll work. But I'll leave that up to you to make that decision. Now looking here, just carefully putting this on the face. Pull this out of the way. So this is where that harness plugs in, that we're going to wire into our adapter. This includes your speaker wire, the remote turn-on wire, your ignition wire, power, ground, everything you'll need. This is the XM input, which we're going to use this for. This is the newest, one of the newer models by Sirius XM. This will usually work with Kenwoods and Pioneers. Go to their website, you can check to see what compatible radios actually can take this setup. Looking over here, this is a big heat sink. Like I said, parking ground wire. This is the reverse wire in the event you actually put in a backup camera. Basically, as this works, when you put a 12-volt signal to this, it cycles the unit over to take the input feed from the camera, and you can see what's behind you. Because as soon as you pull it out of reverse, it stops that 12-volt current on that wire and cycles back over to whatever you were doing before. Looking on the back here, this is our antenna input. Nice thing with this setup, it actually has three sets of pre-outs, front, rear, and sub. Has a video out and a video in. Has a aux input or AV input. Has a mic input, which came with it. And that's about it. It's kind of the information besides this long USB extension.